On China's milestone reform plan, I'm joined by Derek Scissors, resident scholar at the American Enterprise Institute. Derek, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
The Communist Party has announced its agenda. We're hearing all kinds of words to describe it: bold, significant, unprecedented. How significant are these changes?
Well, it's certainly not unprecedented. We've had bigger reforms in 1978 and 1993. At the same time, there's an impressive range here. That's a positive and a negative. It's a positive because clearly the party leadership is serious about change, is serious about reform of some sort. I think everybody understands that at this point. What's the negative is, where are they going to start? There are a lot of reforms listed. How long are they going to take? What's going to be first? Where are the priorities? The answers to these questions aren't disturbing. They're just not known yet. So the party has shown an impressive ambition, but we need to see how it's going to fulfill that ambition.
Right, and the other question is, how much support do you think there is inside the party and across the country for these reforms?
Well, that's why the sweep of the reforms is confusing, because some of them it looks like there'll be plenty of support. I think everyone is ready for a modification of the hukou of some sort to have more labor mobility.
That's the housing registration system.
Exactly, so that you can move more easily and work more easily in other places. When you start talking about state-owned enterprises getting disciplined, however, that's going to affect a lot of people in the party's financial well-being. So you could see some of the reforms listed going through very quickly, while as others could be quagmires.
Is that where we're going to see resistance in the reform of those state-owned enterprises, SOEs as they're called?
That's why everyone anticipates it, and it anticipates it because a lot of members of the party run state-owned enterprises. And just like you and I, if we have a business, we don't want someone telling us we have to run our business differently. So SOE reform is thought of as the most politically difficult.
Another big change, and this change has been actually ongoing for some time, and that is the fight against corruption. It's been one of the hallmarks of Mr. Xi's administration. Is this a battle he can win?
It's a battle he can win partially. You do have this question of he can make progress. I think he has already. You can reduce corruption. You can trying to eliminate all corruption in a country as big as China, its stage of development, would be very, very difficult and would take all your energy. So I think the choice for Xi Jinping is, how far do I go? I need to make some progress. I need to make more progress than I have. How far do I go? Because I think he can get somewhere, but finishing the battle, not while he's in office.
But if he's moving in the direction of loosening state control, say over SOEs, over other aspects of the economy, perhaps other social issues as well, is that generally moving towards lessening a government role?
Well, I think that's the goal. There's certainly the goal of lessening the government role in a variety of areas. One of the fears is that if you lessen the government role, there's more scope for corruption. This has happened in some other countries. So the goal is lessening the government role. That may come into conflict with his anti-corruption fight. This is, as I said, there's a lot of ambition here, which is great. The implementing is not just going to cause political opposition, it's going to be tricky.
Let's look at one policy that's been talked about a lot, and that is the one-child policy. It's going to be relaxed. Was that driven primarily by economic concerns, that the fact that there's an aging population, there could be labor shortages in the future?
I'm going to say no. I think it was driven by social concerns. I think it was a wonderful move for easing social tension and increasing social stability. But economically, I mean, let's be blunt, it's not going to help the workforce for at least 18 years and 9 months. Right. So China has economic challenges now. The one-child policy is not going to address those challenges. It's not going to help for years to come. I think it's a social move, a wonderful one, but not an economic benefit.
Derek Scissors, thanks for your insights.
Thank you.